Hello everybody and welcome to another Train Sim 2022 video. We're a little late with this, but I'm not rich, so I can't get routes as soon as they come out. We are now going to be looking at the London Victoria and London backfires to Dover and Ramsgate route, which is extended Chatham Main Line. Excuse me for a minute. I really need a drink. My throat is a bit itchy at the moment. This is part one, as we'll be looking at the stations between the new stations between London backfires and Loughborough Junction. We're going to be doing it in the new Class 700. Not everybody's cup of tea, these trains, but I actually do like them. I did not, however, like the Class 700 that DTG brought out. It was a load of piss, especially the sounds. With that being said, I'm actually using the ATS Class 700 patch, which came out on the 30th of January 2022, and it was created by Max Mortimer. I hope I'm saying that right. So it was brought out by him. I think we're on version 1.2, I think. So before we go, I'm just going to run down what they've changed for the Class 700, what the patch entails. You can get it on alanthompsonsim.com. I will leave a link in the description below to that. Excuse me. It is free, you do not have to pay for it. If you don't have an account, just create an account on Alan Thompson Sim and download it. So the patch makes the following changes to the DDG Class 700 sounds. It's replaced cab, horn and run sounds with those from the AP 450, AP being Armstrong Powerhouse, which I'll also leave a link in the description below. So if I say AP, it means Armstrong Powerhouse. Replace DC sounds using AP 450 sound set with custom mix for 30 mph pitch change. DC is the lines that use the third rail and shoes, with AC being the overhead wires. Replaced AC sounds with custom sound set. Replace door open close sounds with custom. Replace aircon sounds in cab with custom. Added idle hum sounds for both AC and DC modes with separate interior and exterior sounds. They've added these for functionality, added neutral section functionality, added door and reverser interlock for power brake, added working DSD that applies brake if pedal not pressed within a few seconds of it sounding, increased acceleration power on AC mode by 25% to roughly max its real acceleration, increased maximum speed so 100 mph is actually achievable, increased dynamic brake force, added CAD setup, TPWS and AWS operational, added DRA reset reminder and set DRA only on by default, remapped DSD pedal from the Q key to E key, headlights default state is now tail rather than off. For the visuals, it's added new destination textures. These are listed in the destination file when you download it. Amended headlights texture, which I can see now and look much better, and added rust on wheel rims. Fixes: fixed motor sounds playing when the power is not applied to DC mode, thank God, because that was really irritating on the standard version, so thank you for that. I wouldn't have been able to drive it if that stayed like that. Fixed motor sounds not playing from intermediate motor cars. Fixed DSD being cancelled by AWS button instead of DSD pedal. Fixed AI trains not raising pantograph on AC, which came in the 1.1 version. Fixed AI trains not turning on headlights, again in the 1.1 version. Probably other stuff I've already forgotten. And that's not me saying that, that's what it says. Fixed DRA reset sound sometimes not playing, version 1.2. The requirements for this patch: you do need the DDG Class 700, of course, that goes without saying. and you need the AP Class 444/450 Enhancement Pack from Armstrong Powerhouse, which again, the link will be in the description below for Armstrong Powerhouse and Alan Thompson Sim. The credits for this pack, and I do apologise if I pronounce anybody's names wrong: Max Mortimer for sound mixing and other tweaks, Ben Swift for scripting, Chris Horsfield for destination, James Ivell for texture modifications, Cody Sowell for additional sounds and source, and ATS Facebook group for invaluable feedback and support. Oh, I can thank myself. Thank you. Because I am a part of the Facebook group. So, with that now being said and out the way, let's have a look at the London Backfires station. I'm going to leave it paused while we have a look around, and I'm going to say it straight off the bat because it really does fucking annoy me. It's the destinations. Where the fuck is it? I mean, if I'm hoping, because I'm on quick drive for this, I'm hoping because it's quick drive, that's the reason why there's no destination. But even on quick drive, they could put generic stuff on there. They could have put generic destinations on there, or just generic things saying, please don't leave your bag, blah blah blah, or if you see a suspicious person, ring transport police. They could have that playing on there easily. So that's pissed me off already. I do like some of the detail in the station. You can see it a bit worn and torn, so that's nice. And you got the Shard over there. You got the London landmark, St Paul's over there, where the old station was. You got the bridge there as well. The London Eye over there. Of course, this runs from Victoria as well, but we don't need to check that out because it's basically just going to be the same, really, as all the other times we've seen Victoria. You've got the solar panels. I think they're solar panels, aren't they? I think they look like solar panels on the top there. St Paul's there, what you used to see on the old ITN, not ITV, TV programmes back in the day. I made you myself here. The station, apart from the destination boards, looks near on point from what I can tell. I've only got off here once or twice, but I have been through the station plenty of times when travelling from St Pancras down south, as I'd get the Thameslink train down to Streatham. So yeah, it is looking pretty sweet. Don't forget your lobster card. No longer Oyster cards, are now lobster cards. Yeah, from what I can tell, it is looking pretty nice. I wonder how far down you can go on here. How far down the track does it go? Oh. Oh. Tell me. That looks... Ah, so they got the other station down. I forget what it's called, though. I forget what this station's called. And working escalators. Oh, look at that. Okay, they're flat, but working escalators. Wow. On both sides as well. Oh, that's amazing. Now, if they can get working escalators here, why can't they do that on the Train Sim World? On their escalators, why can't they get that working? Wow, that's good. I forget what this station's called, though. If you can remember what this station is called, then please let me know in the comments below. But if they've done the model to this station, then why can't we start from here instead of Backfires? I mean, they could have started from here. You do have Thameslink trains coming on this station, so why couldn't they start from here instead? If they've gone through all the trouble of creating it and modelling it and that, and putting in working escalators, why couldn't they do this station? I think it's City Thameslink, isn't it? I think maybe City Thameslink this station. Let's go any further. You got some red lights here. You got the sidings here on that side. think we... there you go. I don't think you can go any further, can you? No, you can't go any further than that. And now I've lost where the station is. Now I've got to go find the station, don't I? It's over there somewhere, I think. Ah, there we are. There's the station. Don't know what that's supposed to be on the top of the building there. You know. You got the bridges over here as well. You got people on the bridge. There's people on the bridge. What the? Who let the cows out? Moo, moo, moo. Who let the cows out? Fucking hell. Come on, DDG. What the fuck? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to take a picture of that, aren't I? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. If I unpause this, will they start moving? Let's unpause, you can see the water moving. No, they're not moving, they're just staying there. Alright, pause it again. So you got the shard over here. Shame that London Bridge is not in here. It would be nice to have the modern London Bridge, which would be over there somewhere. And then you got... oh. Okay. We've got platforms here. We've got... they didn't put all the tracks in. But if I'm not mistaken, this is Cannon Street. That's the one away from St Pancras. It says Cannon Street. Which... your London Bridge that way. And if I'm not mistaken, you go round here. And you can get to... Blackfriars. So why couldn't... see now, if they're going to put the trouble putting platforms and that over there, and some of the track in, they might as well just added Cannon Street in. Because if we're over here, we're not going to be really going over there, are we? Only overlooked over there for curiosity. They need to put the platforms in, or the light stands in, and some of the track in. So they might have well just made Cannon Street. To be fair, they could have just made Cannon Street. So why didn't they just put Cannon Street in? And it's the same down here. I mean, really, they could have added the line down to St Pancras. They've got the London Midland route, so they've already got St Pancras. Well, it's just another, what, 2, 3, 4 stations through here? So it'd be nice if they have added that, really, wouldn't it? But that's asking a bit too much from DDG, really, isn't it? Asking a bit too much. Like asking them to put London Bridge in as well, and Cannon Street over there. Just asking a little bit too much work from them. But it would have been nice, you know. Maybe somebody on the workshop can do that. Maybe Danny can do that and add the line from merge up from the Midland Main Line from St Pancras downwards. Then we could do merge it with this South East line and London Brighton line, so you can do a full run from Bedford down to Brighton. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Let's get out of London Blackfriars. Unpause it and open the doors. Oh, look at that. Sounds much better. The London bus over there. Let's turn this on.
WF and AWF operational.
Lights are on. Listen out for the doors. We're in the right direction. Doors are shut. Just double check. Yep. Turn the DRA off.
Have reset the DRA. Please check the signal.
The signal is green. So let's get going. I will do some of the scenarios. So, like I said, this is only part 1. We'll look at part 2 on the line down to Ramsgate. And we'll look at the line down to Dover. Sounds much better. I think it's running smoother as well than the first time I tried the 700. I did do a video for the original 700, but it sounded so rubbish, and my language throughout all of it was worse than my review of Norbury train station on TSW2, which I'll leave a link to the description should come up in the corner there. Oh, speeding a bit. Not that it matters, because there's no point system on here, is there? There's only a quick drive. So we're diverging off to the right to Elephant and Castle. That line to the left goes to London Bridge and Cannon Street. Would have been nice to see them in there, of course. It would have been a really nice touch and a really good to show that DTT really does care about the community. The British Transport Police building on the right there as well. Don't you hate when you want to sneeze? You feel like you're going to sneeze, but you're not going to sneeze. It's a really annoying feeling. But we can go up to 30 now, can't we? Maybe we can go up to 40 now as well. So next up is Elephant and Castle. I think I've ever been to Elephant and Castle once, and I think that was on the bus. I don't think I've ever gone by train. Like I say, I've gone through the station. Just going to leave it on idle. Down a bit to idle life. I don't need to get up to 50. I guess we're coming into Elephant and Castle. I'm not sure what the brakes are like. I can't remember what the brakes are like on this. Because I didn't have this route when I got the Class 700, I've tested it out on the Brighton main line. Oh, better slow down now. Well, yeah, I should have tested it on the Midland main line, shouldn't I? Coming out of St Pancras upwards towards Bedford. Slowing down a bit too quick now. So I said this is part 1. We'll do part 2 and part 3, which will be down to Dover and down to Ramsgate. And then I'll do some of the scenarios that came with it. Now that we've got a... If I didn't get this patch, I wouldn't even touch the scenarios. So our destinations. See some of the destinations on there. I don't think I even saw how bad the destination thing, because obviously it's been updated, so it must have been bad. But I never got to even looking at the destinations on there. when I first saw the pad 700. I was looking for Ludlow Junction. I've gone way past out, haven't I? I'm too busy chatting. So much so you can see the destination. London Bridge. On the backfires, Southampton. Ah, Ludlow Junction isn't on there. Okay then. We'll just say we're going to Seven Oaks. I think there's a train from Backfires down to Seven Oaks Way or somewhere along there. Let's get to passenger view. I didn't even get to see this last time either. First class. Sounds pretty good. Never actually sat in first class in these trains. So I found the next station, yeah, it's Ludlow Junction. Then that's it for the new stations along this part of the route. If I remember correctly, there's two parts to Ludlow Junction. You've got the disused stations, which should be on the left hand side, and then you've got the main station, which is on the right hand side, which is the side we're on. I think on the left hand side you go down to Erne Hill, I think, and then on the side we're on takes you down to Tulse Hill. Well, it could be the other way round, I'm not sure. Yeah, this side is the Herne Hill side, as you can see here, on the right hand side, so Tulse Hill's on the left hand side, if I remember correctly. Got a little bit of braking on, slows down a little bit. All the stations are going to be new on part 2 and part 3, apart from Herne Bay. Herne Bay is a station I used to know, I used to go down to. My great auntie lived down there. Let's start slowing down a bit more. Slow down a bit too much. So on that line, on the Ramsgate line, the only station I know is Herne Bay, which I used to get from London Victoria down to Herne Bay. I think last time I actually went there was in 2009. My mum went to stay with her auntie and forgot something, and I had to go take it down to her. On the same day that Fernando Torres signed for Chelsea, which I think was on deadline day, transfer deadline day, in the January transfer deadline day. I had not long moved back to my mum's after living in Swansea for a period of time. No, in fact I might have been still living in Swansea. I think I was, no, can't Can't have been 2009. No, I'm confused. I can't remember when it was then. Let's get that thing there. So let's pause it so we can have a look around here. Might have been January 2008. I'm not sure. Because I don't think my mum would have gone down there while I was visiting. I never knew you had mattresses and trolleys on top of buildings. I've never got off at this station, but I've been through it, of course. It looks alright to me. What I can see from the... That's pretty much spot on. It's an odd station to mess up, really. Excuse me. Right, how far can we go down there? Can we get to the next station? So you travel... Ah, there we go. Travel this line all the way down here. Oh look, there's a class 375 there, not in service. And that is Hernhill. There we go. Which we see in the other routes as well. And there's another train not in use apparently, despite there's passengers on board. Another southeastern train. And you've got one line that diverges off that way and one line that goes straight down there. And off the top of my head I can't tell you where those two lines go, so I do apologise. Which way did we come from? That's the line from Victoria, I think. If you go that way, that goes up to Victoria. We came from this line, didn't we? Now, so that line there should also take you to round to Victoria. Now, if we went on the disused line and we was going this way, then as you can see, there is a station there. Another train not in use, but with passengers. And this should be Tulse Hill. No, Denmark Hill. Oh, it's Denmark Hill. Sorry, I do apologise. It is Denmark Hill, which I do believe is in the... I don't know if this is... It should be. It should be in the Chatham Main Line, travelling from Victoria downwards. I'm pretty sure the Denmark Hill is in it. And yeah, it's looking nice. I can't remember actually coming through it on Train Sim, to be honest with you. I'm going to have to have a look later, once I finish doing this video. Yeah, it does, it looks alright. It looks nice. Can't complain. I think this is how it looks at the moment. It's got the lifts in. The bridge and that looks quite new, in the new lifts. Can't say I've ever got off at Denmark Hill. Can't remember the last time I went through Denmark Hill. So you got the side exit here, as well as the main entrance over there. You go through the main entrance there, or you can go through the side entrance, which takes you down the stairs, around this way, and down to stairs. All useless. As a lift-free access, you'd thought that would be a ramp there, not stairs. So you've got a stair-free access. Of course, that's what the lifts are there for. There's no lifts. Is there any lifts on this side? Any lifts there to get out of the station? So there's no lifts here. So you've got step-free access to change platforms, just not a step-free access to get out the train station. Unless that's a mistake on DDG's park and that's meant to be a ramp, not stairs. Wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. Otherwise you only got step-free access to change platforms and not actually out the station. Let's unpause. Anyway, thank you for joining me on part 1. I hope you join me for part 2 and part 3 as we look down to Dover and Ramsgate. I'm not sure whether I'll do those following this video for train sim, or I'll do a few other things, I'm not sure yet. But anyway, I shall see you in the next one. Take care, goodbye, and see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.